Any idiot can write a book. Grounded Scouser and lorry driver's daughter Paula Byrne knows how.
People say, don't they, everyone's got a book in them. And I think that is true, actually. I think everyone has got a book in them. Not everyone has a good book in them.
Our format proposes a book idol of sorts, whittling down wannabe authors like Mark and Nell week by week. The last one still writing gets published, but they all face Paula's inimitable style.
And Wise Old Redwoods, my cliché went, meh, 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 meh. I would prefer someone who is willing to put the work in, take the criticism on the cheek, work with me, rather than someone who may have loads of talent, but it's a mess, it's a complete mess.
I spent a few months living in northern India and went to this town, McLeod where I've set my first chapter. It's a really amazing place. There are a lot of Tibetan refugees, a lot of Kashmiri refugees, and a lot of sort of Western backpackers. So it's a really interesting mishmash of cultures and people and characters. It's just sort of stayed with me, and I think about it a lot and wanted to get it down on paper.
The end of Grace's journey was a room in a blue bungalow.
The first sentence I wrote and rewrote. I tried out a million things. Some of the things I tried were really bad.
Well, the first chapter is entitled Big Sur, which is on the west coast of California. And it's a place I visited, and it kind of changed my life, really. And it was just about my travels, really.
I think and dream and remember the twisting, hurricane-sucked roads and the cliffs with their freshly bitten peach rock-slide sides. I think about Big Sur every day, consciously and without regret.
Stop. I want to ask you this. How would you know if you were thinking about it unconsciously? You've got freshly bitten, and then I've got peach, and then I've got rock slides. It's just too much. Now, you see, I liked that, Mark, because as someone who's lived in California, you really took me back to being on the highway, listening to those inane radio DJs, and I wanted to feel I could smell the pine, as it were, and see the fog. Somehow, when the radio receptions crackled inside, your writing sort of cracked into, it really took up pace somehow and just got me right in. You've got to feel it, you've got to smell it.
The end of Grace's journey was a room in a blue bungalow.
I'll stop you there. I really liked that. I really, really liked that as an opening sentence. I'm interested, I want to read on. And it's that reading on factor, pushing the narrative forward. And already, I'm really interested, so that's great.
Hugely entertaining, but serious about words. Paula Byrne knows this is about winners and losers.
I didn't particularly want to read on, I'm afraid. I didn't feel stimulated enough by the narrative. Mark, ultimately, your chapter just didn't really excite me enough for me to feel confident for you to go forward. I never thought I could do it, and I did it, and it became a bestseller. So I just think everyone, if they really want it, if they're hungry enough for it, they really want it, then they'll do it.